I am loving, praying, and I am seeing, adoring. The marvelous angels came into being, born at the threshold of the exhale, defined most delicately, designed to know the hidden treasure most intimately, the intimate creatures of least separation from the majesty of his being. Since the measurement of time and time measurable, angels have been angels. God enjoys the love of his angels, for they were and are the creations capable of loving him the most until we lose our human form. The unconditional adoration of the marvelous angels keep him warm during the folly of man. For this alone, the angels should be cherished by all who have a name. In the end, it makes no difference one's behavior on earth, for in the end, the ultimate end, we shall each spirit travel back beyond where the stars are like diamonds in the snow and cross the threshold of the exhale, the designation where time, space, and energy began. We will have all completely faded our definition and our ego to become oblivious in the ocean of the one love. We will each no longer be loved. We will each be love itself as a part of and unseparated from the one love. Therefore, in the ultimate end of which no man knows when, earthly conduct does not influence. But in the end times for the humans, when the humans of the flesh are no more and have returned to spirit form, less defined, muted egoed, less separated from God, the definition of the spirit will linger longer in its most defined form, its definition sustained by the impurities of the mind and earthly actions. Whether this least degradable state lingers a second or a millennium, I do not know. But it is the consequence of behavior, causing the identity to be forestalled from the nearing nearness of God's presence. Since we shall all ultimately reap the same reward, we should still endeavor in every aspect of being man. Why? Simply for the joy of it. Since the nature of the ultimate end is now known, and since our purpose is to acknowledge the hidden treasure as fully as possible, lift up your arms and raise your palms to the heavens and dance in the refreshing rain of God's love. Receive the gifts, the abundant gifts of this phase of the flesh in your right hand, and extend them with your left to the earth and to all creation. Sing and dance. The uncertainty of your value in time is no more. No longer struggle. Endeavor. Celebrate being. Love and know joy. Our lives are in nature's time as set by God's tempo. We exist in accordance to the machinations of nature as set by the laws of the great designer. It is not ours to expedite our death, the transition from flesh to spirit by our own hand. It is true that death erases definition from flesh to transparent spirit, but it denies God his greatest satisfaction, the acknowledgement of his hidden treasure by a human. We are all the pinnacle, the apex of his creation. For it was in the design of man where lies God's greatest happiness. The motif of creation was for the motive of man. The angels keep the Lord of all warm, but we make him sing. Thus, the consequence for the selfishness of suicide is the greatest impurities laden upon the spirit, postponing the erosion of definition and the heightening joy of the nearing nearness of the purest of the purest of the purest at the threshold of the exhale. Do never deplore life. Embrace it. Celebrate it. Love and cherish it. The senses will soon enough be no more.